Hello, it's me again. Happy New Year's. So exciting. So today I wanted to do a little review of my year in books because I've read a lot and I've seen other people do these videos and I really wanted to. Okay, so I finished this book today. This is Magnus Chase, second one. I have the third one. That's actually what my phone is resting on right now. I'm going to read that soon, but I didn't want to right now. So, okay, my year in books. The whole year, I've read 80 books. 27,368 pages. Shortest book was 55 pages. I read Sonnets from the Portuguese and Other Poems by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, and then my longest book was 849 pages, and that was 11/22/63 by Stephen King. Average book length, 342 pages. Most shelved was The Handmaid's Tale. Least shelved was Minus. My average rating was a 4.1. I've read a lot of good books this year. Highest rated on Goodreads was Heartstopper of the books that I've read. People really liked that book. First review of the year was Refugee by Alan Gratz. And if we just go through my books, it's a lot. Let's do, here, let me find a different way of reading challenge. Let's look at this way because it'll be easier and more in order. Okay, view all. Let's scroll down. Let's start at the beginning. Oh, do I really have to click view more every single time? That's so frustrating. Ah! This is obviously not working for me. All right, come on. View more. All right. So we're going to read out title, author, and then just kind of what I remember about them. Refugee by Alan Gratz. That was really good. I loved the storyline and the connections. Code of Honor by Alan Gratz as well. I don't remember that book at all. So, no, I do remember that one. That was about the guy trying to find his brother using like codes from their childhood. I liked it, but I was like, it's totally unrealistic that he remembers all this stuff. Hawkeye. I can't see the author of that. It's the comics. So cool. Loved that. Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. One of my favorite books. Amazing. I love Vonnegut. Read it. On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. I have a very love-hate relationship with this book. Most beautiful language. I loved the story. I loved the language and the writing, but it was so graphic and I was so uncomfortable that it like knocked it down from like a 5-star to like I think I gave it like a 3-star just because it was so graphic and I was like, not my thing. Six of Crows by Lay, whatever her name is. You probably know. I liked it. I liked it better than the other series that I tried to read. It's very YA. I liked the characters, but like very YA. Wayward Son, Rainbow Rowell. So trashy. I enjoyed it so much. Crooked Kingdom, same as Six of Crows. I liked the characters, but the writing was like so. Dear Justice. That was really good. I liked Dear Martin better though. So I liked Dear Justice, but Dear Martin was better. I loved the character in Dear Justice though. Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. Man, I love that book. It's so beautiful. Any Way the Wind Blows, Rainbow Rowell. Again, trashy but fun. Girl from the Sea by Molly something. It was cute. Just Watchers by Dean Koontz. That was actually really fun. I really enjoyed that book. It was like a perfect vacation book, and I was reading it on vacation, so it was great. Daughter of Sparta by Claire M. Andrews. I'm trying to read off my screen, and it's really small. Okay, I liked this book. I thought the romance was so poorly written. Like, I've never seen a kiss description that bad. Like, it was real bad. But the rest of the story was so good, so it was like, I don't know how to feel. Stiff by Mary Roach. Super cool book. I'm very squeamish. So it was a little bit of like a love-hate thing there too. But it was really interesting. Enola Holmes by Nancy Springer. I love Enola Holmes. I love the movies. They make me so happy. So I was like, gonna read the book. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. Heartstopper. All of them. That series is my happy place. Like, I hear the opening sounds of the theme song and I like it, this just rush of joy. I love that series so much. I love those boys so much. I just want to give them all hugs and cookies and My babies. Imagine Wanting Only This by Kristen Rodkey. Okay. So this book was really dark. Like, just super depressing. I liked it, but it was like, it was heavy. The Gravity of Us, didn't like it. Thought it was dumb. It, like, the story was cool. The romance, which is why I picked it up, so bad. Didn't enjoy that part. Burn Our Bodies Down by Rory Power, I think. It was weird. I liked it, but it was really weird. Throwaway Girls, Andrea Conto. I don't know how to say it. Hold on. I completely forgot about this book. Oh, okay. So, I liked this book, kind of. Like, I thought it was good, but I hated the main character. That's what it was. I hated the main character. I was like, shh, be quiet. Song of Achilles, by Madeline Miller. Okay. I loved this book. I did not think it was as good as people were hyping it up to be. Like, it was, like, everybody was like, this is the best book of the year, this is the best book I've ever read, ever, blah, blah, blah. It was good. I liked it. It was not the best book ever. It's kind of just okay, you know? Where They Wait, Scott Carson. That book slapped, except for the ending. Ending just spiraled real quick. Didn't enjoy it. But the first, like, most of it, so good. So good. Such a cool concept. Definitely recommend you read it. Okay, this is my what's it called? Graphic novel phase, briefly. Ghostopolis. Really cool concept. Really enjoyed that. I can't see who that's by. Crossroads at Midnight by Abby something. Really cool. Really cool art. That was a horror. The Last Halloween by, oh, same person. Abby Howard, maybe? This one is so funny. It's a horror, but it's so funny, and the artwork is so cool, and I definitely recommend you read it, because that one had me just on the floor, like, laughing. It was so funny. Loved it. This one was called Operatic. I thought it was dumb. Cool art, but dumb. This Place, 150 Years, Retold. I don't know who it's by, because I'm just kind of looking at really blurry screen. This was really interesting. It was like a kind of sci-fi retelling of, like, Native American history. Really cool. It might have been Native Canadian history. Natives in North America. Super cool. Really cool art. Really interesting concept. I enjoyed it. Tamamo Fox Maiden. That was, like, Japanese horror stories, I think. Also really cool. Really cool artwork. Across a Field of Starlight. It was okay. Super Mutant Magic Academy. Yeah, I liked it. I didn't think it was anything too special, but I really enjoyed it. So, All Kinds of Other by James Still. I read it. I didn't have any, like, strong feelings about it either way. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was good. Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Byron or by Baden. I can't. It's so blurry. I loved the concept, hated the execution. I didn't like anybody in the book. I wanted them all to just but, like, the concept was really cool. Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. Chef Kiss has my heart. Love that series. Love the show. Love the book. I own it. I literally went on and bought it after reading it because it's so good. I love it. Definitely recommend. The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. I love that book so much. I think that's one of my favorite Stephen King books. It's incredible. And I usually hate books that are, like, survival novels like that. Loved it. Loved it. The Body in the Library, Agatha Christie. I didn't like that one. Thought it was boring. Princess Bride, William Goldman. Really good. Different from the movie. I love the movie. Movie's my favorite movie. So good. Loved the story. Thought it was just different enough to be interesting. Paper Towns, John Green. Liked it. Philosophical. Fun. Enjoyable. Agatha Christie, The ABC Murders. Liked that much more than Body in the Library, but still not my favorite. I thought it was interesting, though. Good. Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express. That's really fun. I love that one. Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. I mean, it was good, but, like, not for me. I was not in the mood for a slice of life. I was like, shush. I really am only here for Huckleberry Finn, and he was barely in it, and so I'm gonna read the next one. It's on my shelf. I've been meaning to. It just see this imaginary watch. I've got no time. Emma, hated it. Jane Austen, hated it. I figured out what was gonna happen in the first 20 pages, and then it was 400 pages of parties, and I was like, shh, I don't care whose house you're going to today. Please. First book of the Dark Tower series, Stephen King, super good. First book of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series, Douglas Adams, so funny, so enjoyable. Second book, Restaurant at the End of the Universe, also super enjoyable. Agatha Christie, And Then There Were None, my favorite of her books. That book slapped, loved it. Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows by somebody, I can't see. That book was really good, but it got me worried about myself, because you read those things and you're like, I felt that, and you're like, do I need therapy? But good. Green Mile, Stephen King. Again, so good. I love Stephen King. Drawing of the Three, Stephen King. That's my favorite one of the series so far. Really, really good. Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. So fun, so gory, totally enjoyable. Definitely recommend that. The Wasteland, Stephen King. That's the third book in the series. Also slaps. So good. Silent Patient, Alex Michaelides. I liked most of it, but then the ending just kind of like, I don't know. I wasn't vibing with the ending. Third book in the Hitchhiker's Guide series. It's pretty good. Didn't like it as much as the first two. 11, 22, 63. Yes. I have recently discovered that I'm a Stephen King fan, as you can see. I loved that book. It was so good. I just read it, and it was like so big, and I carried it around so long, but I loved it so much. Then we have I took a break and read a bunch of graphic novels because I needed to feel like I was progressing. Because after you read 11, 22, 63, you're like, I need to read something short. So we have Oaksey, which, beautiful artwork. Skip, really beautiful artwork. I loved that one. Sacred Heart, didn't like it. Tin Man was my favorite, loved that. And I have a separate video about those, so they have like the authors, everything. So I'm just kind of skipping that. Witch for Hire, yeah. My Last Summer with Cass, beautiful artwork. The concept was like whatever. Four Faces of the Moon, that was really cool. It had like claymation minus weird concept, weird, fun. Alone in Space, the usual. It was whatever her name is, I can't remember it. So very beautiful artwork, very gay, the usual. Plain Janes, I really enjoyed that one. Over My Dead Body, again, weird concept. Squire, I don't remember that one at all. I think it was like a kind of a Mulan thing. I don't know. Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. So I had a little bit of a personal vendetta against Oscar Wilde because I hated A Picture of Dorian Gray so much. But I loved Importance of Being Earnest. That was one of my favorite books of this year. It was so funny and so enjoyable, and I totally loved it. So definitely go read that. Crumbs, which was originally a webtoon, and I found the webtoon like way after, and I was like, I don't need to read it, I've already read it. Super cute, loved it. Really cool incorporation of like setting without just kind of like shoving it down your throat. Sonnets from the Portuguese, so good. I loved poetry. Love her poetry. There we go. Clap When You Land, pretty good. I enjoyed it. Another Brooklyn, also enjoyed it. Mostly. There are parts that I was like, Handmaid's Tale, hated it. Not my thing. It is very like ultra feminist, and I was like, I'm feminist, but like, whoa. Cat's Cradle, Kurt Vonnegut, again, I love him. Mwah. Loved Cat's Cradle, so good. Then the fourth book in the Dark Tower series, Wizard and Glass. Again, love-hate relationship. I hated most of it because it was so like every character had like 18 sex scenes, and I was like, I don't want to read that. But the last 200 pages were the best book I've ever read in my life. So I'm having a little bit of a crisis over it. So I think I gave it a 4-star rating because I loved the last 200 pages that much. The first like 400, I was like miserable and complaining 24/7. But the last 200 I read in like 30, like I just sat down and read it. And it took me like 2 hours, but I read it. Like I just read it because it was so good. So be warned. First 400 pages of the book, just sexy times. Last 200, so so good. So good. Okay. Then I read first and second book of Magnus Chase. I love those books. It's one of my favorite book series. So I go through and reread them when I'm feeling sad. And obviously I was feeling sad because I'm rereading them again. I love them. It's all my favorite characters. I have like fan art pinned up on my bulletin board. Like, I love them. So yes, that is, I had a goal set of 25 because last year I did 100 and I almost died. So I set it as 25, going for like quality over quantity, and I read 80. So still, I'm planning on figuring out my challenge like today to like figure out for next year, and I'm gonna make a reading list for the next time I go to the library, and that's what I'm planning on doing. So yeah, that's my year in review for books.